You cannot heal without being triggered. What else are you going to heal if you're not being reminded of what it is that has made you really feel like that? Because to heal, something has to remind you of something. To be reminded of something, something has to be forcefully being revealed to you. Therefore, you get triggered. They pull the trigger. Boom! Then you remember. Then ancestors can do their work. They can start healing you nicely. And as well, when you're healing, you know that I'm healing this bit. So imagine if they were just healing us and we don't know what they're healing. I mean, seriously, can you imagine if someone was just doing that? And that means we're not going to be talking about healing. And you cannot say I'm a healer. What else? What are we gonna give ourselves? What names are we gonna give ourselves if we don't say healers? Because healers mean that you're gonna be healing something. Something has to heal. That means there's a wound somewhere. That wound is either a wound that is really, really bad, it's deep, or is that wound that is just a little bit, it will dry off, it won't even leave a mark. Or is that wound that one, no matter how much you put the green things on it, you put those leaves that I have in there that I need to get rid of. You put them there. When actually you put those things, you're trying to heal that wound. I'm talking about the trigger. When you're trying to heal, right? Actually, the thing you're putting on the wound actually is the one that makes it even worse. When it gets to that wound, it makes the wound worse. Even it is worse because it's bitter plus everything is just, it's like the negative, there's negative. Trigger you properly so that you heal nicely. I'm talking about healing, guys, and I'm being metaphorical. I'm talking about when ancestors are using those trigger spots. They're triggering you so that you can heal. And healing, guys, it is not easy. Healing is not easy, and it is ongoing. It's ongoing. Remember, when I'm saying ongoing, do not take it lightly. Because as a person, if you're a healer or you're a trainee healer, you're going to be listening to other people's things that needs healing. You as a healer, you're going to, obviously your ancestors will use that layer, isn't it? Once they heal you, right? They'll use the layer, right? So that you don't absorb too much of people's problems. You don't absorb it too much. But as well, that layer as well, just like anything else, is not permanent. It dies off. So when it dies off, a little bit is going to be pushed into you, right? A little bit of dust is going to be pushed into you. So your ancestors have to heal you for the fact that you were listening or you were healing someone. Healing is an ongoing thing for healers. So you healing yourself, you're healing someone. Is that what they call that is it a cycle, right? It's a cycle. It's got a cycle like that. It goes like that in stages. You're healed, you heal others, you go back to heal yourself, then you heal others, you're going back to heal yourself, then you heal others, you're going back to heal yourself. So that you become good for the next one. Then you heal another. Things like that. So, yes, that's how it. I woke up from a dream and I cried for 10 minutes straight because it was that clear that I was being made to see my wounds. Trigger. But ancestors, if it is worse one, they will heal you in the dream before they kick you out, right? If it is a deep one, they don't want to be dealing with you after you wake up, right? Meaning that, you know what ancestors do, right? I can only share the only things that I know when they happen to me, or when they used to happen to me, and when it comes to healing, right? Ancestors, what they tend to do, right? They'll show you something that is triggering in the dream, and then they kick you out, right? So you can reflect, and then it hit you what they were showing you. It hit you, then you shed a tear, then you make them more, then you want a tissue paper, then you snort, then you wait. What is that cry that people do? It's loud, but it's not loud. but it's like you're crying, but you're not trying to be louder, but you're crying. It's like inside, but it's coming outside, but you're trying to stop it from coming outside. That kind of cry, right? It's deep, deep cry. Then after that, once you say, whew, right? The ancestors, they come. Right? They come. If they haven't yet started talking to you, they wrap you in that energy, with that energy. Like you feel like someone is cuddling you, right? Spiritually cuddling you. You feel your ancestors' presence, like they're cuddling you. They say, you just noted, my child, you just noted. That's the healing, right? So then there's another one. That other one is like they do it. They hit you in the dream state, right? They hit you in the dream state. Then you don't think about it. You don't deal with it. Then remember that we've got helpers. Then you've got a helper outside, physical person. A physical person says something that reminds you of the dream. Then it comes like that one is like, it comes like a psst. It's like the trigger, right? Psst. They hit you, then the feeling comes in. You are like, Guys, we are healers and soon to be healers. We need to be talking about things like this. It's normal. Then it's like that hitting that is about to come out. That hitting. It's like it's the emotions, isn't it? They're coming out. You've been triggered physically. Then they come out. Then you get healed nicely. That one is nicer, right? That one is nicer. It's like it's nice, that one. You want to see that one has come out. Good. But it comes like a little bit. Like I don't know how to say it, but this is like emotions, right? We're talking about emotions, like being triggered. Then there's that one. That one. The big one. The big one is the one that I'm talking about. That they trigger you in the dream state. We're talking about ancestors, the people who love you, right? And when I'm saying love you, I'm talking about they give you too much love. Love and tenderness. And they even send you heart emojis. I'm talking about your ancestor spirits and guides. And the source. That one, she or he and them out there, just watching everything happen around. And the source telling you that it is love in the dream state. So that one that comes in the dream, the big trigger. So they will trigger you, right? Ooh, ancestors, they watch you running around. Like a headless chicken. Like a headless chicken when there's no other means, but there's no other way, but it needs to go down. It needs to go down. It can go in all directions, but it needs to go down. So they let you go down in it. They let you, when they trigger you in the dream, they let you, because that one is a big trigger, right? Because they can't kick you out. That one, they can't trigger, because you might end up even burning their Indumba if they do that. If you haven't yet having Indumba, and you've got the ancestral cloth, or they've just shown you ancestral cloth, you tell them that they can wear the ancestral cloth in their graves. Because that's if they kick you out of that dream with that trigger, you can't be yourself. So they'll do like that. Then you're like that in the dream, running around like a headless chicken, in anger. Because that is a big emotion, guys. It's a big emotion. Not the anger that you get angry and you say something. You can't say something. All you do, it is you feeling it in your body. They make you vibrate in that dream. So you're feeling that anger. The anger, it's like the anger is shown physically in the dream. Like your body do the things that you don't want the body to do in the dream. When you're triggered, they let you just go like that, being triggered. You're upset. You can't believe it. You know, like, how come? Why will people who love me like this do this to me? I'm talking about your ancestors. I'm not talking about anyone doing anything. I'm talking about ancestors showing you things. Sometimes you wonder why. Then you ask yourself, why is the source as well? Without knowing whether it is a he or her. Why is the source even there, actually doing the things that is doing the source, just allowing ancestors to play with us like this in dreams, wandering there in the dream. And then because I told you your body does the things that the body needs to do when it's triggered, right? When the trigger is like a little bit better, is nicely, let's say if you were shaking, the trigger has made you shake in the dream. When you're no longer shaking that dream, the ancestors, they've shown you for the last time what it is that they wanted to show you. Then they kick you out of the dream. So because they were healing you in the dream state, you don't even know how to feel when you wake up. You don't know how to feel. Because remember, they were healing you in the dream state. So you can't come out and still be triggered like that. The trigger is going to go it's going to go like in slow motion, but it's not going to be that trigger that is going to make you like feel anyhow. It's like that trigger that you'll be thinking about it and thinking, but why ancestors? Why will ancestor? Right? But when you come out of the dream, you don't know what the feeling is supposed to be. You don't know your feeling. You can't explain your feelings. But then what ancestors do with those kind of big guys, I'm explaining things that are big here, that when they happen to you, don't be surprised, right? Because it's normal. It's normal. I'm a healer. This is normal things. So then, because obviously I told you the ancestors healed you in the dream state, right? Now, when they kick you out of the dream, so what's supposed to do is that they'll show you, because obviously if you're a healer and you're going to be helping others, they have to make you understand that kind of healing in the dream state, what it feels like, right? So they'll bring you like a little bit of something, like the way you were feeling in that dream, right? They'll bring it to you like a little bit, like let's say maybe you were so much triggered that you had headache, so they'll bring a little bit of it just to show you that what they were showing you that really stressed you so much that you even had that headache, right? So you understand that if someone is triggered like that, they'll even have like that kind of headache, right? Then it goes. It's like a teaching, isn't it? They're teaching you about what that kind of trigger brings to people. Like if you're working with someone, you understand how they feel. Then they bring you like a little bit of anger, the way you were feeling in that dream. They give you a little bit, you're like angry, and then they take it away. And then you're like, wow, was I like that? That is anger. That is proper trigger. Someone did really and trigger. Anyway, so they bring that a little bit of that. And then they let you now reflect nicely. And then they play the dream a little bit nicely for you. I'm not talking about your sleeping. You're not sleeping, right? The memory comes a little bit about what they were showing you. But I said healing is an ongoing thing. You do not see a film and be part of the crew acting up in that film and expect to come out just with payment only. You're going to remember how you acted in that film, the dream state. So they bring a little bit of that memory. Then you think about it, seriously, ancestors. Why would they give me that kind of information? Why would they let me see it myself? I'm talking about information that this is not like these big dreams that they're healing you within the dream. They are not giving you information that is past. Anyway, they'll show you those kind of things because it is important, guys. It is important for our healing. Ancestors have to do things like this for us. And when we heal in the dream state, and when we're healing outside, we're healing nicely and we'll feel good as well. It won't be like that big. You just become upset like me. You'll just get upset with ancestors. And sometimes, because it is nothing to do with what they're showing you, it is the fact that ancestors are playing that part, right? Like showing it to you. Why would they show you premonition? Kind of thing. Like, why are you showing me this? I don't want to see it before it happened. I want it to happen. Remember, guys, there are some things we don't want to see them before they happen. We want to be surprised. I don't know, am I the only one like this? Some things, I rather not see them before they happen. I rather see them as they happen. As long as I'm not in danger, right? Physically in danger. Some things I think ancestors as well, they should give us the opportunity to I guess the only reason why they show you before they happen, because they know you're gonna be like a physical headless person, chicken, physical, and ancestors will be in the spiritual realm, not knowing how to control you physically, and they'll be there holding their heads like this, like no, our child, no, our child is triggered. No, look at our child. No, this is proper trigger. No. Ancestors don't want that. So they trigger you properly in the true state. Anyway, remember, guys, you need to Khanya. You need to Khanya. I need to go now. I need to go. So Khanya and Lerato, you brought out that you brought out that thing. So so we'll be talking again next week, okay? And Khanya, remember, we are all healing, and we will heal, and we'll be strong. We'll be strong as people because our ancestors are there for us. Our ancestors will show us all these things. You see, our ancestors, they're shining light into us. They're making us Khanya. This is nothing. Healing is healing. Ancestors, they always be there for us, right? We will follow them and their footsteps, and as well we'll make others Khanya. But with our ancestors, we'll Khanya even better. So when ancestors are triggering you, whatever they're doing with you, even though it might not be comfortable, you must remember that your ancestors, they love you, because there's no one else who can love you better than your ancestors. They will love you, but they might not show it the way we want it to be shown, right? They might not show us that love the way we want it to be shown, because as people, sometimes when we are shown something, we don't see, right? We don't see that love, we don't see it. But they can only show us the only way that we can understand as people. Remember, our ancestors, they understand us, they know us, they know what we actually love. Even those cuddles, spiritual cuddles, when they show, they give them to us, but we feel them spiritual. Even the people they send to us, like physical people. Sometimes you're triggered, you're upset, you meet someone. You just meet someone and someone makes you feel really good, because that's ancestors. Their ancestors they ask the person's ancestors to allow that person to give you, their child, that love that they cannot give it to you spiritually. So you get it through like that. Through meeting people on the street. That person just gives you the love that your ancestors want to give it to you. Remember that. And I'm giving it to you. Khanya.